stamping friends. It's Marilyn here with Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada, with a Tuesday. Doesn't look like that is working. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Okay, I will keep going because it does look like it is working. Yes, yes. I see Rhonda. Thank you. Glad you're there, Rhonda. Just checking to see if things were actually working, because sometimes you can't tell on this system. So, welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Marilyn Wagner, Stampin' Up demonstrator from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada, and I try to come to you every Tuesday with a Facebook Live demonstrating a card, a 3D item, something that I've enjoyed making over the last week, and I love sharing it with you. So, welcome, welcome. I have a few things to share with you, such as our stamping staycation that is coming up quickly on January 30th. I will show you the information on where you can register for that if you'd like to. It's virtual, online, so you do not need to go anywhere. You can stay in your pajamas, whatever. You can watch it again and again, because we do provide you with videos of what we do, the three of us, Joanne and Lillian and I, about a week after we're done the event. So if you'd like to join us for that, we'd love to have you. I will give you the information on that. Plus, Sale-A-Bration with Stampin' Up is happening now. One of the best times of the year to join a team. And I'd love to have you on my team if you're not already on someone's. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to help share that with you. So let me switch the camera down. Hello, Terry, I see you're there. And I will get started with a few of those things. So again, I'll try not to rock everything too bad. And there is my desktop. And you can see the card that we are going to make after I get through these few admin things that I have for you. My host code that is happening right now, if you are placing an order with me under $200, I'd appreciate you using that. If it's over $200, you get your Stampin' Rewards yourself. So that's great too. As I mentioned, Stamping Staycation is happening. If you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you. You can register here up until January 28th. And there's still lots of things happening on our Facebook group where we invite you once everything's been paid for the registration. And this event, this time, we are hosting a Bring a Friend. If you bring someone who has never come to our Stampin' Staycation before, your name will go on a draw to receive all of the projects that we make that day. So a great bonus again for you. So that's Staycation. And of course, any information about it, you can contact me, whether it's on my website, Facebook, email, texting, however. We have next our current mini that is happening. Beautiful, beautiful projects and sets and products coming out of that catalog. And Sale-A-Bration, which I am using 2 sets out of Sale-A-Bration today for this card. So for every $60 you spend, I'm talking Canada, $60 you can pick a free item. There's designer paper, there is the Darling Donkey stamp set, number of stamp sets, Approaching Perfection. I used this one last week. More designer paper. I do believe this one is back ordered at the moment, but it will come in. Corner Bouquet is one that, and Heal Your Heart. These are the 2 that I am using today. Hello, Penelope. Welcome. The Corner Bouquet one I was not excited about when I saw it, but I really like this card. And I've seen quite a few others with it, so I'm glad I've got it. This designer paper is unusual because it has a black background for most of it, and some beautiful items coming out with that. Then you can, if you spend $120, you get not a larger in size stamp set, but more stamps in the set, and it's a 2-step. And another $120 feature is a stamp set with designer paper, and this paper is beautiful. Again, great things. If you host a party, and I would really encourage you to even consider hosting a Facebook party, a party on Facebook. I would set up a private group. You could invite your friends, and we can just have some stamping fun there. So let me know if you're interested in that. Hello, Diana. Welcome. So if you do host a party, once you get to 375 in sales for that party, you would be entitled to receive this stamp set. And that's the only way you can get that one. And then, of course, are joining the Stampin' Up team. This a little bit bigger graphic of the same thing. This is the best time of the year to join. And I have the papers here. You can see they're beautiful colors, new designs. These will only be coming out in the annual catalog that comes out in June, but you can get them now if you join. So that's about $78, $80 worth of paper for joining. Plus, you only pay $135, you get $165. And my newsletter today, I did include a list that adds up to that $165. So that could show you all the great things that you could get. So, exciting times. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always anxious, excited to hear from you and able to help you out. And if I can't figure it out, I'll find someone who can. So today, I would like to share this card with you. I found on Frenchie Stamp's website. She didn't use it as a sympathy card, but when I saw it, I did have in my stash these embellishments, and I thought, what a great way to use them. And sympathy cards, I put out a poll, and that's what most of you had said, or the majority said they would like me to do a sympathy card today, because I find I like to have those on hand so when I need one, it is ready immediately and I can send it off. So for this one, I have used the corner bouquet, and I used it on the outside as well as on the inside. Then I did go to this one because I love the fonts and the words, and I used this one and the sorry for your loss on the inside. So quite simple and easy, and I'll just go through the steps with you to show you what I did. So my crumb cake base is 8.5 by 5.5, and I did in the description for this Facebook Live, I mentioned that I have a blog post today on my website that has all these sizes and what I did as well. So you can also go there to read about them. But I have these stickers. I can share this with you as I go. So the crumb cake base is 8.5 by 5.5. And I will fold that in half. And happy to see all of you there that I have seen so far, and please leave comments, whatever. I will get back to you. If I don't catch them as we're doing this, I will go back and read all of them and answer you afterwards, for sure. The inside is very vanilla, 5 1/4 by 4, and on that one, I used the smaller corner bouquet. I was going to say, I know what it's called, with early espresso. I like to ink my stamps upside down, especially when they're bigger like that. And besides, in this case, I don't want to rock the table too bad for you. So just lined it up as best I could on the corner. These stamps, definitely bigger stamps, it's great to use the Stamparatus with them in case you have to stamp them a second time, in case it's not dark enough. But I think that one's good. And I will use my verse on the inside while I'm here. And again, because it's quite a small surface that the ink is on, you don't have to press too hard on that one. So I will try and get it straight, and I will try to, nope, missed a little bit there. I could use my marker to finish that. I'm not going to try restamping it, that's for sure. So that is the inside. I'm going to close this up because before I did the outside, I have the layers. Early espresso in 5 by 3 5/8. I have a soft suede in 5 by 3 1/2 approximately, because I cut it with, I don't know if you can see, I'll hold it where you can maybe see the stitched edges. So I used the stitched rectangles, and that is the second one. You can see the second largest. And that's the as close as I could measure it to that size. So if you don't have these, you could certainly just do them rectangles. And then for this one, I will trim it with the next size down, the third rectangle. But before I do that, I started with 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. And I'm going to use blending brushes to put some color in the background of it. These are new in this mini catalog, and they are beautiful, soft, easy to use. I have taken a trick out of Lillian, my friend Lillian's basket, and put a little flower on the back. This is going to be my green one, my purple one, my neutrals. I have some more on order that will be blue and red and pink, that kind of thing. They do stain a little bit. You can wash them, but they have to be dry before you use them. This one is the one I used for my sample. And I watched a demo the other day, and instead of stamping off on her paper, she actually stamped off on a block and then was able to pick ink up from there and use it again. So I thought that was a great idea. So I'm going to put whatever one this was, crumb cake on the top, and a little bit darker soft suede on the bottom, and then stamp over it like that one is. Hey Bonnie, good to see you. So just pick up some ink, stamp it off a little bit so that it doesn't create a blob, for lack of a better description, when you go to put it on your. So we always start off the paper, and I use circles to come onto the paper, and it gives it just that little bit of color, antique-y in this case. And you can go down as far as you want. And then, once I do the second color, you can blend them in together. Again, on this one, I'm not wanting a real solid color for my background. Just, like I say, a bit of antiquing, a bit of color to have behind the words when we stamp them. So that is my crumb cake. Then I'm going to take soft suede and basically do the same thing. So this one's just a little bit darker, and I'm going to do it on this end. So I really appreciate that you did reply to my poll when I asked what you'd like to, what type of card you'd like to see me make this week. Because sometimes I run out of ideas, and I want to please the majority of you to give you what you're looking for. So I probably will do that again. And of course, as always, if you have any suggestions, put them in the comments. So you can see it's a little bit lighter up here, it's a little bit darker. I think I'm just going to kind of blend it together, and I'm pleased with that. So that will be my blending brushes. Highly recommend you get those. I find them, I never was comfortable with using daubers for coloring. I always got blobs and whatever, so for me the blending brushes are ideal. They work really well. So now that I have that the color I want it, I will go back to my early espresso ink and stamp my corner bouquet. So again, inking it upside down, I guess, if you want to call it that. And I'm going to try this time to get it just maybe a little bit closer to my corner. Just hold it, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. And even if it's off the corner like that, I like it. Looks good. So then, my words, I've got the same ones that I have in that sample. And straight enough to go on a card for me. So I have my pieces together. The other thing that, oh, I need to cut that. I should do that now. So 1, 2, 3 should be this one. So as you can see, it's not going to cut much off, but I will bring in the cut and emboss. We need plate 2, plate 3. Find that if you go to cut something that's square like this, if you put it at an angle, it goes through the machine. If you can, if the size allows you to, it does go through the machine a little bit. Well, it doesn't make as much crunching noise and make you think that you're doing something wrong with it. So, and there is no magnetic plate for this machine yet. We had one and it didn't work well. I do have it, but it's bowed. So I try really hard to be careful when I do this, and we'll see how. So it did, boy, just got the edge down there, so lucky for that. So, and again, if you don't have the dies or the machine, you can certainly do the same design, just using the layers of paper. So I will those will all go together just with my liquid glue. And I did not use dimensionals on this particular card, mainly because of the raised embellishments already, that I don't want to make anything thicker for the mail. As you know, especially Canada Post, we have very stringent regulations about how thick, and if it doesn't go through that slot, you're paying double, triple, whatever to get it. I mean, if you're like me, you probably send it anyway because you've done all that work on it and you want it to go, but if we can eliminate some of that, it's good. So there's my 3 layers. You can see the stitching. I did not put the stitching on the espresso layer. I like to turn my layers over to burnish them like this from the back so that I'm not running my hands all over the stamped images. And I will put it on the card base, but first of all, I want to put the ribbon on, which I'm going to do a little bit different than Frenchie did. I did her the way she suggested on here, and it was put a piece of tear and tape and then just trim it on the edges. And I don't know if I didn't place it right. I did try and measure it after, and it didn't quite cover the tear and tape. So it's nice that it's stuck down all the way. However, I would like it to not have the sticky part showing. So for this one, I thought I will do the seam on the inside, but I just want to get kind of I'll give it a little bit extra marker for it. And again, because I had these, I thought it was a great way to use this. It's a faux suede trim. I was going to call it velvet, but that wasn't quite right. So it's easy to thread through there. It fits exactly. Just leave those because I'll need them. And then my idea this time is I'm going to secure it at the back with glue dots, and probably at the front here too, but let's see how it goes. And any other suggestions you want to put in the comments, I'll certainly take them to heart. And I like using my paper snips to get the glue dot off. You can pick it up with the just by touching the ribbon. I'll show you that one on this one. The ribbon to the glue dot roll. So for this, on this side, you notice I have a piece of baker's twine wrapped around here. It really keeps this in control as you're working with them, because you don't want glue dots all over the place. So what you can do is just lay your ribbon and it picks up the glue dot like that. So, okay, so try and get this as straight as I can. I'm going to put that one there. I am going to put another one just down here, and then I'll have to deal with the back side in a minute. But what do you think? I love the, like I say, the way that ribbon and the slide are used in coordination with, of course, the corner embellishments there. So then on this side, I will try to attach that with another glue dot, and I'm going to just trim that off. So there is my adapted version, not using the tear and tape, and this will go on. So to finish up, I will put the inside layer in, and sorry, can't look and try to get it straight and talk to you while I'm doing it. So that, and I did again use this on the outside layer, and then I used glue dots to attach those corner antique corners. So they were, that's a new roll. I don't have baker's twine around it yet, and it's already unraveling. So again, I can just put the corners on there and then pick up the glue dot and attach it where I want it. Just a really, really unique and nice finish to those corners. Could you just see something maybe a little bit larger with that you could put a family picture in and put the corners on and display it? I don't think this size is our regular card size, so that's a bit small for frames that I have around, but I'm just thinking of other things you could use that for. So there are my corner embellishments. So let me know what you think. If you do make one similar or other Sympathy cards, I would love to have you share them in the comments below. And we will share with everyone in our stamping community. I do have a few other sympathy cards, again, because that was our theme for today, that I will share with you. This one is made with the In the Woods, I believe it is. Words Are Never Enough. Again, not difficult. I have another one here. This is another one done with Words Are Never Enough. Again, the stitched rectangles, stamping with ink on a block, and just bringing all the colors together with the ribbon. This is done, I did this one and I don't remember the stamp set, but it is one that's in the current catalog. Hugs, Prayers, Loves. A bit of ribbon, an embossing folder at the back. One done with, I don't have this stamp set, this is a swap I did, but this particular tree is from this stamp set. So you can see that there's different pieces of different stamp sets you can use, and this is from the Forever Green that did come out in the current annual catalog. Another one done mainly with dies. There is a die set that we have that has Sympathy, and then there's a stamp set that coordinates with it that has the words. And as you can see, same stamp set and dies, just using designer paper and letting it do the talking for you kind of thing. So that was my share for today. Hope you enjoyed it. And as I said in the beginning, please remember Stamping Staycation, Sale-A-Bration. Great time to be part of Stampin' Up. If you want to join just to get the free paper, that's fine. Stampin' Up has no problem, and I don't either, with you doing that. It helps you get your supplies along the way, and carry on with enjoying card making, especially when we're kind of limited with our COVID stuff happening. So hopefully all is well with all of you, and we will see you next week. Take care. Bye now.